Hi, you're now watching the third installment video of The Cost of War. In this particular video, we're going to focus on city improvements and in particular the building purchases that each team is allowed to make during the game, and their significance on the game board and how they influence the game. We'll start with talking about the bank. The bank essentially is responsible for doubling the resource output any particular tile will receive during the resource allocation mode. Moving up here, you'll see Team Red has purchased a bank and placed it on this tile with 3 civilians. Before the bank was there, if column 1 were to be rolled, the player would have picked up 3 commodity cards, which would have been currency, 3 currency cards from this particular tile. And now that a bank is located there, instead of picking up 3, they're going to now pick up 6. So whatever is there, you can have a maximum of 6 civilians on one tile. If you get a hit with a bank, instead of pick up 6, you would actually pick up 12. Now moving on to the barrack. The green team has purchased a barrack, which is shown with this piece right here. And in order to activate a barrack, it's just like the bank. During the resource allocation roll, if a player were to have rolled the 6th column, which is the 6th last column here, this particular team would pick up 2 currency cards because of the 2 civilians. But in addition, they're going to actually activate the barracks, which will generate 2 soldier pieces. So you'll see here, this is a 4. That would go to a strength 6. And the 2 additional soldiers will go to the nearest army. And in this particular case, the nearest army is the actual military piece on that tile. Lastly, we're going to focus on the fort. The fort is shown here, Team Red. What the fort does is it actually provides defense, and it will subtract 2 battle die from any attack directly going onto a fort. So if the green team were to attack down from their position above, they have 6 attack die that they would normally roll, but because of the fort, they would now only roll 4 battle die. In addition to that, if the green team were to attack diagonal down here, they would receive a -1 from the fort because it provides a -1 for any of the tiles surrounding it. So just as an example, let's say the team green were to attack down, they're going to roll 4 battle die, and Team Red would roll 4 defensive die, and that's calculated based on 3 land fortification and 1 soldier. You add them up, that's 4v4. And let's go ahead and actually roll those die. You have red represents attack and black will be defense. So I'm just going to show you the attack die here. I'm going to roll it, and you can see here that it resulted in 1 captured civilian and 1 special event. You actually need 2 special event die to actually activate the purchase of that card. But the only outcome from that attack will be 1 captured civilian, which you can see will move this civilian to this tile here. Now we're going to roll the 4 defensive die, and this resulted in 2 soldier mournings, which means that they actually were successful in killing 2 soldiers, and a cost of war. So in order to reflect that on the board, they've killed 2 soldiers, so a 6 goes down to a 4, and they also can now steal 3 cards from the other player. That gives you an overview of how these buildings affect the game and the strategy involved with making these purchases.